this one thought that I had when I was babysitting my nephew when he was like 2 years old, and I had just the tour manager of the Green had just given me every Disney movie on a hard drive, like put them all on my hard drive. So I took it home and I was like, I cannot wait. I'm gonna have some babysitting time with Jack, and we're gonna watch all his classic stuff. We started watching Sword in the Stone, and about like a third of the way through it, he was like, I don't want to watch this. This is boring. He's like 2.5, and I was like, okay, why? He's like, can we watch Cars or Toy Story or like any one of these movies? And all the movies he wanted to watch were the 3D imagery, the CGI.
Okay, yeah, not the 2D cartoon like the Aladdins and stuff, like the classics.
So my question from that day forth, and I still don't know if there's any studies happening about it, but like, how does that affect the spatial ability of the brain of a child versus us growing up watching 2D cartoons? Like, if you're growing up and your brain's developing and you're watching cartoons that give you spatial perspective,
right?
Is that helping your brain develop like spatial perspective better or worse? Or I don't know. I don't know if there's any studies about it, but it's something that I've
because it's kind of just given to you in that form instead of you using your imagination to a degree, or
right. The 2D makes you have to use your imagination a lot more, and I think that he didn't like that. He didn't like the fact that he had to like really use his imagination versus all these other things that just give it to him, give him all the information and the shading and the depth and all that. I don't know. It's interesting.
It might also just be like, again, like it looks boring. I think it's like the visuals, maybe not so much like the other stuff too. Just because I guess if I went back and watched Aladdin, I would think it looks a lot older looking than when I was a kid, and I'm like, oh man, look, he's flying through the air.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Watching all those movies like Sword in the Stone, you see like sort of the jerkiness of the animation where it's not totally smooth all the time.
That was a great movie, by the way.
Oh, it's awesome. The